Did you even win? She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless, a life you'll never see.
Texas Local Live. I'm your host, Ben Martinek. Tonight, we've got Jade Nickol up here with us doing an interview. How are you, Jade?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. We had you out a few weeks back, I guess, maybe a month or so, yeah.
Beginning of June.
Yeah, we had you up here playing some music. Now we got you out to chat with us a little bit.
My gosh, transformation.
Well, I know, transformation. We like it, yes. Well, thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to the ranch. We're here in Las Colinas, Texas, if you're watching on Instagram here. Come on out. We've got Tuning Texas happening every Monday night down here at this beautiful venue. Great food, great drinks also, and excellent music by some artists. So get out here, 7 o'clock. But before that, we'd like to talk with Jade a little bit here. Jade, I got to ask, to start it off, why music? Why'd you get into this scene?
I wonder that too. I just always loved music, and I always sang as a child, like every child did. But, no one ever thinks you'll go anywhere with it.
Sure, yeah.
And so, but I then started getting into talent shows and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay,
and then,
so you got up on the stage
Yeah,
there,
I got on the stage.
Did you do any plays, like school plays?
No, I've never done theater. I know, it's ironic. And so I've never done theater. It scares me, actually, because you can't mess up.
That's a little daunting, yeah.
Yeah, and so I just did talent shows and festivals, like sang to a track and everything, frozen to the mic.
Yep.
And then I competed in my town's little idol competition they had.
Oh, very cool.
And I won when I was 10, and I won $1,000.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
huge when I was 10 years.
Oh,
it's all gone, but like
that's
at the
still
time,
pretty awesome.
yeah, it was huge. So that's kind of showed my parents like I'm okay at this.
Yeah.
Like I could do this.
You can compete. You can get out there and do something. Yeah.
Yeah. So ever since that, I kept performing, and then I got with a music school and just kind of went from there. And then I picked up piano when I was about 14 or 13, and just kind of played with. I taught myself piano.
Cool.
And then about a year ago, I started teaching myself guitar. And so
did you know no instruments before 14 then? You just
no, I know. I started really late, actually.
No, that's cool. That's about when I was playing, too.
Everybody else started so much earlier, and I was like
cool.
this late bloomer. But
that's all right. Hey, you got into it.
Yeah,
it
I did it. At least I did it.
For sure.
Exactly.
So when did you start writing your own music? When did you start
doing that? I
doing
started writing, well, I was younger, but I didn't have an instrument, so it's kind of hard to remember anything, so I'd forget them a lot.
Yeah.
And then when I started playing piano and got kind of confident with it, that's when I started writing my own stuff, and ever since then, that was when I was about 15, 14, and so I've been writing since then. And just recently when I started learning guitar and teaching myself guitar, I now write pretty much only on guitar. So,
okay, cool. A little bit easier, more portable.
Yeah, it's way more portable than a piano. Oh my God, I used to lug. 2 years ago, I would have been up here with a huge piano.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
I didn't know anything. That's all I had. That's all I
had.
had.
To get it going.
So that was me.
Yeah.
I was that person.
You were that person.
I was that person that made it hard for everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
we're gonna need to set you up beforehand.
I know, right?
You need here an hour early and
move this out of the way for everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You and the drum set can go back here. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Well, cool. So you started doing your thing, started writing some stuff. Do you still play some of your first song you've ever written? Do you still bring that around full circle?
No, I don't. It's awful.
Okay.
Like it's awful.
How about your first good song that you felt confident in? Do you still
I still
keep it rolling?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah,
am I feeling nostalgic today, or am I feeling new?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Most of them were on piano, and since I don't gig with piano anymore, it's hard to kind of bring them out.
Translate it over, yeah.
But if I have a piano there, sometimes I'll whip out some old ones.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dig it. And you said you taught yourself music, I guess, and all that. How did that come about? Videos, YouTube, all that stuff?
YouTube definitely helped.
Oh, that's amazing.
And but pretty much, I really wanted to learn a song on piano, and I don't know what suddenly prompted me to want to actually do it. And so I did it, and I learned it, and I just like, I kind of want to learn another one, and then I want to learn another one. It just kind of snowballed from there. And then
once you get the taste of that.
Yeah, and then I had stickers on the keys, of A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
So that helped. And then eventually I moved on to where I took them off, and so I could remember them.
Yeah, memorizing.
And then, so I just kind of taught chords were my thing, and then I did get with a teacher a year after I started teaching myself.
Okay.
And she helped me, polish it up, some theory.
Go.
And then, but guitar, I haven't had any lessons. I've had prior lessons, but I hated it. I hated guitar for I always swore I would never play guitar.
Yeah.
And just so now it's all I gig with.
Now you're here, yeah.
And so, but I have since I started teaching myself guitar, I haven't taken any lessons.
Yeah.
So probably should, but meh.
Get to where you like to be, and then
exactly that's what I'm doing. So
that's what you need to do.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be like a lead guitarist where they do all the, I'm just trying to help my voice.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it's just the second nature of that. You just got to have something there behind you,
right?
And
it's just a little extra something.
Carry around, yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
That's what you got to do.
Gotta
someone wants to hear you. If they want to hear you.
Exactly.
You gotta do it, right? Yeah. So what? Tell me a little bit about your, I guess your writing, your styling, the way you go about, composing something, and maybe a little bit of influence. You said you're in music school as well. Or kind of curious how that ties into your songwriting, like as you come through the steps.
I started songwriting, like I said, when I was about 13, 14,
sure.
For realsies.
Yeah, for
realsies, with an instrument. And I pretty much just wrote about what everybody else wrote about on the radio. I didn't, I hadn't gone through much yet.
Yeah.
I was still pure and innocent. Like the world hadn't hurt me yet.
Right,
and so,
the cliche stuff. Yeah.
And so it wasn't much. I never got like real into it, and so I would rarely write a song. But then when I started playing piano more better and actually got out and gigged with it and met people, hear their stories and then experience new things, it started helping me write more. And so when I picked up guitar, I started to then lean towards a more country folk genre.
That kind of feel.
Yeah, and so I liked it. And so that's kind of why I didn't abandon piano, but I more now gig with guitar because that's the genre I'm leaning towards.
Fits that mood.
It's hard to kind of do that with piano.
Yeah, it's probably a little more tough.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh well. But my music school, I've been to 3 music schools. My first, because I've been training my voice. Oh yeah, I've always had a teacher for voice.
Wow. Okay.
And so I started vocal lessons when I was about 10, and I took out at one studio, and she taught me like the basics of voice.
Sure.
Kind of how to use it
correctly.
Right? Yes. And then I moved on to another studio, and I learned more about artist development there. And I had a great teacher too. She was awesome. And I learned more about developing who I was. Now I know how to sing. Now what do you want to do with it?
Yes, yeah.
And then the last studio I went to, it just got me out gigging. Now you kind of know what you want to do. Now go do it.
Now get out there and perform.
Out and do
it.
So
Exactly.
that's what that studio helped me with. So each place was very prevalent and helped so much.
Very cool.
But yeah, definitely my style and stuff in recent times. Like about a year ago is when I picked up guitar. It's been the folk country, and I love Stevie Nicks though, so I really love her.
Yeah.
So I try to add some different elements, not full folk country.
Sure.
Try to add some different
a
elements.
Little rock feel. I like. I think you did a cover last time.
I did.
I think you did. Yeah.
I did.
That was,
Rhiannon.
Yes. That's it. Yeah, that got stuck in my head, and I was like, oh man, now I gotta,
I always do that song.
I love that one. Yeah, that was your rendition of that is amazing.
Thank you.
It was really cool.
Good.
I'm looking. You should do that again tonight. Just saying.
Okay, I might
just saying, maybe so.
Now that you said something, if you
right.
put it that way.
No pressure. But that's cool that you you pull from those experiences, and it's really interesting. You went from piano to guitar.
Right.
Like you would usually hear the other way. Like people learn guitar, or it seems easier.
I used to think guitar was so hard, and it still is.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it's an easier one to learn in the beginning.
Maybe.
But it hurts. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It hurts, and that's why I gave it up every time. You have to be persistent.
Yeah,
if you
got to break through that.
Yeah,
and then once you do,
because my fingers were dying in the
Yep.
beginning.
Yep.
And I have little tiny fingers, and it was hard to stretch them. So my guitar is a mini Martin, so it helps.
Yeah, that does
it
definitely
helps.
Help out.
But piano, you get instant gratification with it.
Sure.
Because it doesn't go out of tune. Because I was on an electric.
That's true. Oh yeah.
It doesn't go out of tune. It doesn't kill your fingers in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was. I guess I just found it more simple and instantly
That's a good way to
gratifying.
go. Honestly, everyone should get on there a little bit because it's a whole scale. You got it all to work with.
I know, right?
And it works with your writing too, which is that's the interesting part to me is that you are understanding that theory behind all of that.
Yeah.
Kind of understanding where to write. A lot of people just come in with a story, GCD. Let's make that work, you know? And then you develop more chords. You start to throw in, bridges and certain little caveats, and now you're gonna work through that. So, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's tons of songs.
I still write like that. Like I still do that.
One of the
G
best.
is so awesome.
G
you can
is
do
the
so
best.
much with it. You know,
that's the bomb.
G is always there.
A minor, G, and
A minor's
F.
my favorite. A minor's my favorite key of all time.
Really?
Oh yes.
Okay, cool.
I always play everything in A minor if I can, or the shape of A minor.
I was gonna say,
capo everything in the shape of A minor. Like play it in the shape of A minor, guys.
Yes.
That's what I tell my band. I'm like, play it in the shape. We're playing in the shape of D.
Or I like that. In the shape of D.
Like third fret shape of D.
Yeah, but you're in B.
I know, and I'm like,
it doesn't matter. You're in shape.
I don't know. You feel like I show them. I'm like,
yeah, this is do this.
Do that. Yeah.
Yes.
So
well, tell us about the band too. Tell us a little bit about the band.
I have a band.
Hey, yeah.
I put together a little band back in long story short, April, and we've been thinking about doing it forever, and then finally actually did it.
Did the move. Okay.
And so I didn't have a bassist. It was pretty much a trio actually. I had a drummer, lead guitarist, and then I played guitar and piano.
Cool.
And they were really cool. I met my drummer through. Do you know who Ron Botongas is? He was on American Idol this past season. He's from here, the Plano area, and I went to his album release party, and I like his drummer was so cool. He had long hair, and I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
And so we talked, and he said I'd drum for you anytime, and that was back in October.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
and then I met my guitarist Zach. Even before that, and he said I'd guitar for you anytime. I'm like, okay, that was like 2 years ago.
Year,
how about April of 2018? And so we finally got together, and we did something. And
that's cool.
I had a gig up in Addison, and we played. And it went really good, and I really had a great time. And then I have another band gig coming up at City Line. I'll have a different drummer though. It's a friend from high school actually.
Okay.
He's with the band O'Weatherly, and they're getting pretty big. They're in alternative. Cool. And they got signed with a label. They're amazing.
Very cool.
But their drummer went to high school with me.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
we're the same
that's awesome.
age.
Yeah, that's great.
And so it's pretty cool. And then I'm using Zach, the guitarist, too. And so we're gonna try and find a bass player. We're only getting 300 for the show.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
So
pro bono bass players out
there.
Anybody want to do something?
Yeah,
come on, put on your resume. It looks good in portfolio. Hit us up. We'll
shout me out.
Yeah.
Jade Nickol Music. Like,
there
shout me. If you're
like,
interested.
She's like, seriously, please.
I know, right? And honestly, I said I'd be willing to give up my check for a bass player because I'm like, I'm only 18, and I know these people are like on their own. They're adults trying to make a living off. So I'm like, they need it more than I do.
Sure, that's cool of you to say that.
Yeah,
a lot of people would not do that.
Because I still live at home, you know. And
that's cool. That's really big of you to do that. A lot of people don't have that type of head on their shoulders where they would say, they understand the bigger picture. Get someone out there,
Yeah,
the gig
I would
is gonna
like
happen.
someone who's good, but is all, but I know usually if they're good, they're older because they have experience and they're on their own living, so I'm like, I'd rather give my check to someone, that makes me look good. That's how you pay me.
Heck yeah.
Make me look good.
Exactly. You are wise beyond your years. If you get that, you're going to be just fine.
I like to think that too.
Yeah. Okay, now there's humble involved. You got to get humble.
Oh my God, I know, right? We're going to get into this.
Joking.
Yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about what you got coming up the rest of the year and some things to look forward to here.
So I'm getting my music produced currently, and I'm really excited. I'm getting I'm gonna have a single. I'm doing 3 singles.
Okay.
And it's the first music that I'm paying for it all by myself, and I'm putting my own input into all of it. And I'm really excited. So it's gonna mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I just got the mixes, and I'm so excited. So it should be coming out in the next month.
Sweet.
And I'm so excited.
Are you going to release them staggered, or how are you going to do that?
Probably staggered.
Yeah, okay.
So
not just all at once.
Yeah, not all at once. I want to leave them one more.
Yeah, build the momentum, keep riding it. Yeah, for sure.
So that's probably what I'm going to do. And then my band gig at City Line, that's September 8th. It's up in Richardson.
Okay.
And so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be too hot because it's outside.
Very
and
sure.
but yeah, other than that, I mean, just a bunch of gigs, mostly, you know, like
Yeah.
just little gigs that help pay the bills.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We're looking forward to the singles coming out then. That's going to be on big for you.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that. Where can we find yourself? Go and do some plugs and tell
I
everybody
do
where
want
to
to
get
plug.
you. Yes,
I
do
would
it up.
love to do a quick
The stage
plug.
is yours. Get it.
Yeah, I'm on all social medias. Instagram, Jade Nickol Music, Nickol. It's spelled really weird. It's all good. And then Facebook, Jade Nickol. YouTube, Jade Nickol. Anywhere, Jade Nickol.
It's just all Jade Nickol.
JadeNickol.com. Yeah, JadeNickol.com is where all my stuff is. If you want it all in one,
All-in-one,
go to
JadeNickol.com.
JadeNickol.com.
That's it.
But if you want it in, like, you know, parts, you can go to the social medias.
Go find it
But
out. You
yeah.
need to do a release party for your single
I
too.
know. I've been thinking about doing a release party. I
Yeah.
just don't know where to do it at.
Let us know. Hit us up.
I
We'll talk
would.
after this.
Yeah,
we
because
should
I would
definitely do
love to
something.
know how you do that. Because
I-
my friends do it,
I
and
don't
I'm
either,
like,
but we're
how do
gonna
you
figure it
get
out.
the place to do it?
You got to find the place first.
I
That's
know.
all.
I gotta find a place.
We'll talk
I got
after
them.
this.
Okay, we'll talk.
We're gonna talk because
Uh-huh.
we
All
got
right,
you.
good.
We want to help you out for sure.
Good.
Well, Jay, thanks for chatting with us
Well,
because
thank
we're ready to
you.
play some tunes. Are you ready? I know they're ready.
I
7
bet y'all
o'clock. Actually, maybe even sooner. Get out here now. That's all that matters. Come out here now. Hang out with us. Jay, thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
And we're gonna play some tunes in a bit. We'll be back in a minute.
Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and one of you love to love her. Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be your lover? On life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Will you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you even win? Would you even win? She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless, on life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you even win? Would you even win? She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a bird in flight, and who will be a lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you even win? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Would you even win? Would you even win? Dreams on why love's a state of mind. Dreams on why love's a state of mind. Dreams on why love's a state of mind. Taken by the sky, taken by the sky, taken